Hello, hello. Test, test. All right, and we start off. My name is Dan. I do glass blowing. That is my specialty. What do you need me to talk about here today?
Just anything you want to talk about class blowing, man. What do you like to do?
I mean,
What can people relate to?
all right. I guess the way I see glass blowing is like every day I go into a studio and I can sit there on my own torch that I bought. It's mine. I don't have to pay anyone to use it. And I get to, bust out some pieces of, really cool art. There's a lot of different types of, glass and a lot of different types of pieces that you can make, specifically like pipes and whatnot.
All right, so Dan, basically, what I want to know is, so I know from high school, I know high school is lame and everything, but I know that from high school you were voted the most tech savvy person. So why don't you basically explain to us your experience with technology and basically just some things you can share with us about the world of tech.
Yeah, definitely. The world of tech is an interesting place because there's a lot of just really, no offense, but there's a lot of just nerdy people out there, and I started out when I got into high school. My teacher, his name is Mr. Clannon, I guess. Clannon started this thing called a Mac Lab, is what we called it. It was just basically he ordered 15 Apple iMacs and put them all into a lab and wanted to start this class called music production or something like that. Basically, we all made music and had fun on Macs until he finally got this whole program together where he was teaching students how to use, the programs to better the, media of today. And what happened out of that is that other schools started to recognize that that was actually a good curriculum, and they started to also order all these, Apple computers. And Apple was really excited about that. They liked the product that was getting sold, so they invited. They wanted to find out who started this whole ordeal of ordering Macs. They sent the head of our district 5 tickets to go see the Black Eyed Peas and meet them and go aboard this bus that was like $5 million. It's called the John Lennon Educational Tour Bus. And so. The district manager, or the head of the district, passed it down to our school, and our school found out that it was Mr. Clannon. So Mr. Clannon was invited, him and 5 students to go along this bus, and he invited me and a couple other of my good friends that I did a lot of music and tech stuff with, and we went aboard this bus, and it was amazing. It was split into like 3 sections. It had you got on the bus, and there's this huge couch. It's most comfortable thing you could ever sit on. It had at least 2 computers with each that had 2 of their own 24-inch really expensive screens, and everything was top of the market quality. Nothing was under quality. This entire bus could be rigged to. I think the Black Eyed Peas actually recorded one of their albums on this bus. So, yeah, it was legit. It was a cool experience, but what I learned out of it is that first of all, you can fit that much on a bus. That's pretty cool. They had HD cameras and whatnot, but second of all is that you can really make a studio and you can really make your own technology environment out of whatever you want to, and I thought that was pretty cool. So what they had us do that day was we made a music video with all the technology that they had. They had this. So okay, let me explain the bus. There was 3 rooms. The first one you walk into, there's a big couch. There's a lounge area. It's kind of like basically it's an RV, but it's made into a music studio. So you walk in, the big couch. There's a little bar area, and then the rest of it was just pure for editing video and displaying whatever you just watched. It was kind of like the after studio, if you will. And then there was the middle section. It was pretty small. They cut it up so that there was just basically enough room for maybe 3 people in that room. You could have one guy on the computer and then maybe one or two people singing and or like playing piano, drums, whatever. They had an electric drum set on board. And then that was the isolation room. That was the ISO booth, is what they called it, so that you're completely soundproof. And then on the back of the bus was this room where they slept. The bus has crew members, and they travel around the country and they sleep on the bus. So that was where they slept, and then kept a lot of the equipment. And then also, when you shut all the curtains and whatnot, it was this gray-looking curtain, but it was really high-tech apparently, because it has a whole bunch of little pieces of fiberglass in it. It reflect this, like if you put a little circle of LED lights around a camera and you flash them into this curtain, it flashed all the light back, effectively making it a green room. So like we made a green screen out of this little back of the bus, and that's how we were able to make a music video aboard the John Lennon Educational Tour bus. But I mean, that was the start of like me being really interested in technology, and I was like, wow, like you can go somewhere with this. And I mean, these guys that are aboard the bus going around and like being able to do all this stuff, like that's really cool, and someday I hope to be there. But at the same time, like that's just one of the particular jobs that you can get in that industry. So immediately I was really interested, and I continued to do high school plays and, you know, tech support for the auditorium and whatnot. And I learned a lot, and I'm able to say that I have references, so I can go to, you know, the Fox Theater in Boulder, or, you know, whatever theater I really particularly choose, and just say, hey, I want to be an apprentice. I already know a bunch, and I can start moving up in the industry and saying, hey, I really want to, you know, get paid for this. You know, I want to do this as a living, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm trying to look for internships and whatnot, so.
Well, Dan Pope.
Dan Pope, everybody.
Yeah.
Sound out.
All right.
That's, yeah, I remember watching that music video.